Good morning. I want to begin to walk through with you some attributes of God, the character of God, and I want to think about each of a number of attributes and think about how they impact our lives in different ways and how they also can enhance our worship understanding them. The first one I'd like to start with is one that is often not talked about much when we think about the attributes of God, but in many ways it forms kind of a baseline. It's a term that is known as aseity. Aseity. It's the idea that God is self-existent. Everything in our world is contingent. The universe is contingent. It means that if something's contingent, it means it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to exist. But God is a necessary being, meaning that God has to exist. He's the ultimate necessary being. It also means that he doesn't depend upon anyone else for his existence. He exists in the Latin a se, from himself. So he's utterly self-existent. The Bible teaches us this in a couple of different passages. Let me share one with you. John chapter 5, verse 26. Jesus said, "For as the Father has life in himself, so he has granted the Son also to have life in himself." The Father has life in himself. He grants the Son to have life in himself, meaning that as the Father and the Son, two persons of the Trinity, they have always existed. There's never been a time when they have not been, along with the Spirit. And their source of life is within themselves. They're not dependent upon anyone else. Another text that walks up this road is Acts chapter 17, where Paul is talking to the Athenians. And he says in verse 23, "For as I passed along and observed the objects of your worship, I found also an altar with this inscription, to the unknown God. What therefore you worship as unknown, this I proclaim to you." Chapter 17, verse 24 continues, "The God who made the world and everything in it, being Lord of heaven and earth, does not live in temples made by man," verse 25, "nor is he served by human hands as though he needed anything, since he himself gives to all mankind life and breath and everything." God doesn't need anything. He doesn't depend upon anyone else. This should give us assurance. Today you may face some different things in your life. You come to a God who is self-existent, who doesn't depend on anyone else for his existence. You can trust him. He is that being that holds everything else together. Everything else is sustained by him because he is the ultimate necessary being and he exists all by himself. He's utterly self-existent. So, myself, I'm like a reed in the wind. You are like a reed in the wind. We can walk through life lacking stability, but God completely exists upon himself, and he can be completely trusted in the consistency of his character and his nature. Have a great day.